Hello and welcome everyone to this lecture of company law. In this session, this will be a very short point that I want to make about section 126. About section 126. If you remember, in section 123 in the last lecture, we had covered a point for payment of dividend to be made only and only to the registered shareholder of the company. Okay, and there was a scenario which we had discussed over there, that in case of transfer of shares from one person to another and the instrument of transfer being received by the company but not yet registered by the company, that scenario we are going to discuss in section 126. So let us get started with section 126. This particular section speaks about in case any, the scenario is in case any instrument of transfer of shares has been delivered by a shareholder for registration and the transfer of such shares has not yet been registered by the company. Transfer of such shares has not yet been registered by the company. Such company shall take the following steps. That means wherever there is an registered shareholder, he has transferred the shares to a transferee, but the instrument of transfer is not yet registered by the company. In that case, what will be the treatment by the company with respect to the right of dividend or right shares or bonus shares? Okay, that is what section 126 will explain it to us. Okay, it is a very short section, only 2 points are there. What are the following steps? The following steps that the company will be taking is that, first thing, in case of dividend, the company will transfer the dividend to unpaid dividend account, to an unpaid dividend account. This unpaid dividend account is an account which is covered under section 124, which will be there in my next lecture. So please go through the next lecture also very carefully. So transfer of dividend to unpaid dividend account. Such action of transferring dividend to unpaid dividend account may not be initiated by the company. That means normal process is transfer the dividend to unpaid dividend account. But in case if the company is authorized by the registered holder in writing to pay such dividend to the transferee specified in the instrument of transfer, that means along with the instrument of transfer, the transferor, the person who is transferring the shares or the registered holder of shares has given an undertaking, has given an authority to the company to transfer the dividend or pay the dividend to the transferee who is mentioned as transferee in the instrument of transfer. Then in that case, company rather than transferring the amount to the unpaid dividend account will be transferring it to the transferee account. Okay, this point is clear. So the treatment for dividend is clear. Now, the treatment in case of rights issue of shares or in case of bonus shares. Rights or bonus shares. Now, in case of rights or bonus shares, which are corporate action, which is a benefit which is given to the shareholder or the member who is on the register of members on the record date. But in this case, the registered holder is still on the register of members and the transferee's name is not yet entered in the register of members by the company. Hence, such a corporate action of right shares, offer of right shares or issue of fully paid up bonus shares will be kept in abeyance. Abeyance means it will be kept on hold till the transfer is completed. And after the transfer is completed, the right shares or bonus shares which are entitled by the transferee or the then registered holder will be completed. So in case of right shares offer or paid up bonus shares, it will be kept in abeyance. That means it will be kept on hold in pursuance of first proviso to section 123 subsection 5. I hope both these points with regards to dividend, with regards to right shares and bonus shares is clear to you. Okay, so that's it for this particular session. This was a very short session, but an important point that I wanted to cover. So if you have understood this particular lecture, please do like the video. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thanks a lot.